Hey there, listeners. Welcome to another episode of Taku Katsu. I am your host, Vicky, with my co-host, Patrick.
Hello.
And Cori.
Ranma is still the best.
We'll get into it. But this episode, we have watched one of my favorites, Cute High Earth Defense Club Love. This anime has been out for a few years, but think magical girls, but what if they were boys? Cori, what's your thoughts?
Okay, so this is Sailor Moon.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yes.
You are not wrong.
This is so Sailor Moon that not only is it Sailor Moon, but there's naked transformations.
Yes.
I was watching this and I'm like, is this Sailor Moon? And then 30 seconds later, naked boy transformations. I'm like, oh, this is Sailor Moon. Okay. Yeah. This is 100% Sailor Moon in one episode. And I'm gonna jump right to this. Where the fuck is Tuxedo Mask? All right, I need my wedding dress veil character.
No,
okay?
we need not Tuxedo Mask, but it's gonna be like a wedding gown lady. She's gonna be the only lady.
Like wedding dress veil or something. Like I couldn't think of a good word for Tuxedo Mask alternate, so it's wedding dress veil something.
Wedding.
That's good.
Wedding gown veil.
Something, right? Because you can't just say dress. You gotta be specific. Tuxedo, right? I don't know. Vicky, what's a fancy clothing that ladies wear that is like a equivalent of a tuxedo?
I would be the very wrong person to ask that question.
I tried.
Have you met Vicky?
I mean, yes. So okay. So
quite frankly, I would still love a tuxedo mask that was female. Oh, that would be amazing.
I mean, we could do that, but it doesn't. It's not the gender bend that I'm looking for.
What about tuxedo veil? Ooh.
Okay, I can live with that compromise.
I'll take that. I can take that.
Yeah. Okay, so what else? Good art. It was very pretty. Like it wasn't like Bishonen pretty. Like no, let me rephrase this. They were Bishonen pretty, but it wasn't like Bishoujo handsome boy pretty. So it was very much like male anime aesthetic, but it was still pretty boys.
Yes, I agree. I agree. When I looked at all the boys, they're like, okay, they're pretty decent looking, but they're not like sparkly, super.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, I am not against sparkly, but I want it to be, descriptive. I just watched Back in the Bots YouTube channel the other day, and they were Crystal Marie was talking about Clamp, which I'm a huge fan of Clamp. So yeah,
yes, yes.
I don't need sparkly vampires, but I will take sparkly pretty boys, in small doses. I can't do too much at once. So good art. I'll just say this. They said the word love a lot. And it was very much like they were being suggestive without knowing it, but I feel like they did that on purpose.
Yes.
Like love shower.
Yes.
Love stick. Love making.
Yes. Yes, I love all of it.
No, this is clearly the perfect show for like the gender bent of Sailor Moon. It follows almost everything to a T. You got the mascot, you got
the pink wombat.
Yeah, the pink weird wombat.
So
it talks. That's a trope up, and especially I was like with the Chiku Wabu.
Yes.
They're all talking about that, and I was like, what is this about? But the main thing about this is like this is the villain of the week, let's just turn in a person into a monster, and that's like that's what Sailor Moon does every show.
One of my criticisms, they had to talk about Chikawabu for 2 minutes.
No, they talked about it for the whole show.
No, the first 2 minutes of the from opening credit to 2 minutes. I'm like, stop talking about fucking Chikawabu. I don't even know what it is anymore. Like they tell you what it is, but later, and I'm like, I don't care about your stupid whatever noodle thing anymore. Holy crap.
It's integral to the plot of that episode.
integral in the sense
Exactly.
that they could have just said noodle and moved on, but okay.
It's not quite a noodle though. It's like a I don't know what it is in real life, but the
Well,
imagery that we get from the
they
monster is like
described it as flour,
mhm.
and you didn't put raw flour into soup, so it was a noodle.
Isn't it like that chunky thing? It's like a chunky dough.
So, okay, to put it into context, there's a character in Jujutsu Kaisen from our first episode who, who later on, he doesn't appear early on, but when you meet him, he can only talk in the ingredients of rice balls. Okay? Because if he doesn't, it's bad. So like, he just kind of says stuff, and you don't know what he literally means because he's a Pikachu, but like he'll be like bonito flakes. Like that's it. Like you don't know what it means. They all tell you what it means because he's a Pokemon.
Right.
Or Groot.
But that's or Groot. And that's it's funny. It's funny because it's like haha yeah. But like this guy's just talking about it. Like the flavor it's not that good, and the life sucks if you're a Chikawabu. I'm like what is a Chika? I don't care now. Like I cared, and then I really didn't care because he kept talking about it. Didn't make the show worse, but I was annoyed. So, I thought the introduction of the Earth Conquest Club was funny, but dumb at the same time. Like I don't know. I feel like there could have been a build up, but hey, this is Sailor Moon, so I guess you have to have your people who have to steal the energy of other people immediately there. I don't know. So. Those are most of my opinions. I definitely thought the show was going to have a dub. I think it may have been a good idea that it doesn't have a dub just because love making. But
you would not get the amazingness of Love Bracelet with a dub.
Love shower.
That's very true, but I think it would be great if there was a dub for it. Just to kind of see how like the parallel of a Sailor Moon, like how do they do this?
Yeah,
how are they going to tackle this?
So
what
much.
Did you like, Patrick?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I think as a first episode, it was pretty good. It felt like a little bit rushed, but because they introduced so many characters, like you get to know about boy band, but you don't know them very well. Like here's the trope for the love guy, the money guy, the energetic guy, which I think that's clearly the main winner of the show. The yellow. And I was like, during the intro, like the first two characters, okay, these are the two main characters. And all of a sudden, the spunky yellow guy is there. He's like, okay, this is the main character of the show. like it threw me off. I was like, oh no, I was gonna follow the main two characters in the sauna, but yeah, that's a thing. And then at the end of the episode, we're introduced to the three villains and the evil mascot, which is a green devil hamster. I was like,
was it more?
And there's a hedgehog, yeah, and it has that really deep voice. And it was like, yes. I'm like, okay, this guy.
I kind of hope that the green hedgehog basically turns into Yoruichi, where it's just like, I'm a black cat with a deep voice. And it's like, actually, I'm an attractive woman with purple hair. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, that would be great.
Yes. I love everything about this series because it is a series. There's High Earth Defense Club love, 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 and then kiss.
Do the boys kiss in the last season?
I don't know, but it is different boys.
So yes.
Is there a beach episode?
You know what? I think there is. So I finished the first season and I started the second one, but this was like years ago, and then I just it fell off my radar of watching. But I do believe in the first season there is a beach club or a beach episode.
It's on the list, but it moves up on the echelon list a bit.
At least a 3, right? That's what we put it. Beach episode is wait, where is beach episode? Beach episode. I think we did that for a 2.
I think that's a 2.
This is in reference to our self-made ecchi scale. And that'd be a 2. That one ecchi-sode.
That being said, if they have transformations where they're always naked, that's got to put him at least at a 4.
Yeah, I was about to say that the transformation sequence, that bumps it up a bit.
I would say a 3 because it's innocent, like Sailor Moon. You know, it's you could see a butt, but at least it's up for the older boys, not the youngest,
Right.
which is very important.
I
I love.
mean, no, because we've separated sort of the regular sexualization a little bit higher, but I can see a 3. Anyway, keep going.
I was just very excited to get you guys to see this because knowing how you feel about Sailor Moon, I was like, how about Sailor Moon, but they're all boys? And it follows those tropes or tropes exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I could see. I mean, I was trying to imagine myself watching this, and like if you could imagine yourself, you're younger and you're watching Sailor Moon, and someone watches you watching Sailor Moon, you'd be
Mhm.
like, you're like, you gotta get that like the stares from them. But what if I would have watched this instead at that same age, and people would walk in on me? I'd be like, yeah, it's it's still fun. I guess I would feel the same way. Like, oh, I guess it's still fun.
Okay,
Mhm.
in that barometer there, if someone watches let's call him 14-year-old boy watching Sailor Moon,
Mhm.
what are they going to think about
Yes.
that 14-year-old boy?
Hmm.
He's at his awakening stage.
I mean, if they see the transformation stage, if they see the transformation, 100%. But before or after, I don't know what they're thinking about this 14-year-old boy, especially like in the 90s. But
Oh, that's for sure.
but right
Mhm.
now, if someone's or in the 90s, if they saw exactly this show, 14-year-old boy,
Oh,
what are they going to think about the 14-year-old boy?
Into comedy, like satire.
Yeah,
It's very much a satire, lovely take on the
it is.
Maho Shoujo because it's Maho Shonen. uh,
yeah.
I mean,
Same with
if I didn't have to wear those clothes, I'm all about being a magical boy.
yeah.
But I don't need a pretty pure clothing. I don't need that.
I disagree. I would love to wear those clothes.
I know, right? That's high
Can't do
fashion.
it. Can't do it. Mm-mm.
I I think I would go for the leggings with the high shoes instead of the shorts or the puffy pants.
The puffy pants is what throws me off the most. I'm least loving the puffy pants. I can't do it.
Yeah,
Like I like MC Hammer and everything, but that's not the kind of puffy pants I want.
yeah.
Yeah, the short shirt's a little bit too short for me.
Hmm.
I actually want to be a villain. I would love to be the villains. They have some
Oh,
nice attire.
yes.
They're like slick German looking.
We
Magical Nazis.
Yeah, no, I mean I didn't say it, but they look
Not that
like
all
very
Germans are Nazis,
clean and
but these guys would have been Nazis.
Mhm. Or stormtroopers, if you would. I mean,
there you go.
First
not
Order.
so much stormtrooper, but definitely the first orders, like the officers, what they wear. That's well, if you want to go that harsh, yeah.
I'm gonna go that harsh right now. Yes,
But they've got great outfits. It's
they
like
do.
villains always have the great fashion.
I would say that the look of the Earth Conquest Force, yeah,
Earth
solid.
Conquest Club.
Club, my bad.
Two, they go against the Earth Defense Club.
The Earth
I love
defense.
it.
Oh, the Earth conquest and defense. That
Hmm.
makes sense.
Okay, so quick side quit because we got to get your opinion on this, Vicky. Obviously, this is your nomination for the week, but
Yes.
okay. So I brought this up to someone else, and they said they made an interesting observation. Like they almost confused the energetic kid, the blonde kid,
Yeah.
with who was it? Well, okay, blonde, energetic, short, young, but not quite that young anime characters. I'm like, oh, wait, that's a stereotype. That's Honey Senpai from Orange
Yeah.
Club.
Yeah.
And that's Momoji from Fruits Basket. That was the other one. So I was like, are there other young, high energy blonde children in anime that I am not realizing is an entire archetype?
Naruto. Is Naruto blonde?
Yep,
Yes. Yep. I guess.
Naruto.
You know,
that is
that
accurate.
work. Yep,
That is
that
accurate.
works.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that. Thank you for ruining him. Oh my goodness! I just realized Ed from
Ed!
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh shoot!
No,
Okay,
he is.
I didn't
Short,
even know this was an archetype before, but now we
high
got it.
spirited blonde.
Yeah. Now, my sort of assumption is that this is just more of the same, like, American blonde, blue-eyed hyper person who doesn't know how to be quiet and proper in Japan character. Like, I feel like that's what this really is. It's just
Hmm.
got really narrowly tucked into young boys who are short and blonde and loud.
I I don't think he's American because he runs that the sauna
I'm
hot
not
tub.
saying that he's American. I'm just saying that, like, it's melded together.
Mm.
Where a lot of the characters who are American are loud and blonde, but they've also got this other subtype that's like directly connected of
Mhm.
loud, blonde, short,
Mm.
and male. Like it's weird.
I think in comparison to the show we just watched last week, Panty and Stocking with Guard
Mhm.
Belt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there you go. Another loud,
yes,
blonde. Yeah,
Panty is the loud. I mean, just the hair color. So it's just a distinct. I guess you're right with being that distinct trope with Ed and Naruto. I mean, that's clearly a choice
Mhm.
that they made. Whether they're not the Japanese or American, it's just like, oh, the blonde
Mhm.
character is the
it's
hot
kind of like
or
the
the energetic one.
kind of like the blonde type or the blood type thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
I think in Japan, at least, it's kind of similar to how we have blondes stereotyped as
right.
ditzy or like
The dumb blonde. Yeah.
airheaded. Yep. In
I
Japan,
mean, Sailor
it's
Moon. I mean, yeah,
well, yeah.
she
Unfortunately,
Oh,
they
she is.
we missed the obvious connection of Sailor Moon
Yeah,
being
that's true.
a loud,
they
dumb blonde who doesn't know how to be quiet.
that's he's Sailor Moon. Actually, he is Sailor Moon because then you've got Mercury, blue hair,
Mm-hmm.
and Mars, black hair,
Yep.
and then the other two. Dang.
I was
But
gonna make a
the,
comparison, but I had forgotten what I was gonna say about that.
yeah. But I think just in Japan in general, their blondes are more just brash, outspoken, energetic types.
But
Like,
since the Japanese do not produce natural blondes, my always assumption is it's either a European or, when they're getting real specific, American. Occasionally German,
no.
but mostly like my 90s, early 2000s anime watching experiences.
Hmm.
The loud blonde one is an American.
I take
Yeah,
it the other
that's
way,
fair.
where it's
Oh,
someone that dyes their hair, and because they're so out from the crowd, they stand out and they're more like
No,
in your face about being different.
I mean they're literally American in the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they
Oh,
say, I'm an American. Like that's what I mean.
I
That's
see.
where the idea came from. Not Full Metal Panic. Ayori Yaoshi has an American who's a loud blonde, big boobs, doesn't have any social graces compared to all the Japanese people. Um, and then, yeah, Full Metal Panic. I think it is in Full Metal Panic. There's a blonde. I just can't remember because I
yep.
didn't watch all of it. And there was like one or two other examples, but that's where the idea came from.
It's really interesting to see how multiple shows and manga will have that archetype.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're for.
Hmm.
All right, so we didn't get your opinion. Let's.
Yeah, Vicky. What is
Um, I love it, obviously.
yes.
I think what I do like the most is it is a loving homage to what it is taking on, but also funny. Like it's so like when they're seeing the Chikawabu monster and they're like Chikawabu monster. He's like he named it so casually, and then they're making fun of it and they just burst out into these uh, very cheesy like live for love, die for love, and like they can't even control it just because that's how the writing is. So it's just a fun romp of if you like magical girls, you'll love this because it's basically just magical boys living through what people love about magical girls.
Yeah, I think it's a nice, honest take on like again, it's like it is kind of being a parody, but it feels like it's an honest take on a magical girl, but boys, like you said, and it's pretty
Yeah.
charming, and it is funny. It has that charm to it, so it's not like over the top parody where it's like, oh, let's make fun of this, make fun of that. Like, oh, let's just
Hmm.
roll with this, and it seems like an actual show. Like it's gonna like there's gonna be hopefully there's gonna be stories and development with it, like Sailor
There
Moon.
very
So
much is. Hmm.
yeah, so it looks pretty hopeful for people who do like it. With that being said, it really isn't my type of show. I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just
I
saying that
will
it's not my type of show.
I will jump on that. So Vicky had previous to the podcast existing, recommended a different magical boy, Aura, yeah, whatever.
Magical Girl Ore.
Yeah, which is fun too. Like it's girls who become magical girls, but to do that they become boys, big muscular men.
Yes.
Funny concept, very good. Have not watched more than like 6 episodes. I feel like I am in the same exact place with this show. It's funny, it's good. Not gonna watch it. Like I'm not gonna watch it. And it's not because it's not good. It's because this is not what I like want to watch.
Right.
And like what I want to watch, I'm not even watching consistently, or it's not on because I really want Jujutsu Kaisen to come back, but I can't.
Hmm. Yeah, I was very well aware that this was not something that would be in either of yours natural orbit of what to watch. But
Yeah. But definitely good. Like if you are even remotely interested in watching Magical Boys, do it. This is good. This is a good one. This is a good one to start with.
yeah,
Like it's very much like high tier Magical Boy for what I've seen ever.
it and like you said, the animation is so crisp. It's just so lovely. I love it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I definitely will not be watching that. I still got to watch like every show that came out, like with the new episode last week and the week before that, because I have not been. I've been on my Final Fantasy train, and I'm doing life stuff and snow so
Yeah.
much. But yeah,
All right.
so that's my opinion. I'm cool with it. I think it's great. I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh, you too, Patrick.
Yeah, I again, it's a really nice like show for me to watch. I mean, it's like nostalgic because like oh my
Mhm.
goodness, this is like exactly like Sailor Moon, but with that small twist. And unlike Magical Girl Ode, again, I would not watch that show because that show is like way over the top parody. It's just you like that kind of like extreme. But this show is like oh this is just a fun adventure.
Yes,
um,
yes.
but no, unfortunately, I would not probably continue watching the show.
Well, I have finished the first season. I stopped at the beginning of the second season, and I just need to like get back into it because I forgot how much I loved it. I just love all of it. And in Magical Girl Ori's defense, there's only like 12 episodes, and the story is fantastic. I still have part of the show as a desktop on my laptop. It's so good. So heartwarming.
Are we talking about Ore?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it is good. It's a good show.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
not my favorite, but a good show. Yeah. So before we get to the B side of this podcast, Patrick, had you picked your episode for next week?
Oh snaps! I did not, but
Oh, you messed it up.
we'll insert it somewhere here.
Okay, so I think we were leaning towards a new show, and I think
Right.
the recommendation on new show, because now it's like 6 weeks into the new season, was the I have to look it up real quick, but I think it was a show about a guy who got reincarnated. It's this guy. He got reincarnated,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
he has no powers, so he has to like work his way up.
Oh,
I just can't
I think I
remember what
know.
it's called.
Yeah, I can't remember the name. That was one of them that I kind of glanced over. I just forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I think I'll pull it up. I'm on Funimation right now. Oh, something else to mention. A lot of the shows that we watch through Funimation VRV. Most of the time, that gets us where we need to go as far as like watching anime, and I know that VRV or Crunchyroll specifically got bought out by Sony, who owns Funimation. So we'll see where that leads to in the future. But yeah, both of these have free viewing with ads, or you can pay a decent amount per month to watch them without ads. Oh, another option, if you really are feeling like watching the show that I will determine, or I will name, is Bottom Tier Character Tomozaki.
Bottom tier character. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's not on my list of things I was like, definitely I gotta watch that this season, but it exists. There was Skate Infinity, which I am pretty much not at all interested in.
Okay, hold on. Does that have a red-haired boy and a blonde-haired boy?
I would call his hair blue, but sure.
It is blue. We gotta watch it for reasons.
All right.
Then I assume the animation is gonna be amazing.
Yes.
What reasons? Let's hear this.
No, just we haven't done a sports anime watching, so skateboarding is sports.
Man, you
Very,
picked the
very
one
true.
time that there's no enjoyable sports anime on. Come on. All right, I just dunked on that. I'm sorry. I have nothing against skating as a sport, but that is not the show I wanted to watch either. God, I cannot find it. Maybe it's not on Funimation. Maybe it's on VRV.
No, is it Mushoku Tensei? I think
Yes,
that was
yes.
Mushoku Tensei. Jobless Reincarnation.
That's it. You want to go for that, or you want to go for something else?
No, we should watch this one. This one has a lot of hype to it, and I mean, it sounds interesting. So,
and then I'm pretty sure that Vicky's going to want to watch High School of the Dead, Drifters of the Dead OVA, because clearly that's what she's into.
Wait a minute, is that a thing?
I've not seen High School of the Dead, so
good.
I don't know if the OVA would be in my wheelhouse. We'll see.
Let's do a quick check-in. Has anyone actually kept up with So I'm a Spider, So What?
Honestly, no.
I think I'm on episode 6. I haven't watched 6 yet, so I'm keeping up. Patrick?
I have not caught up. I haven't actually been really busy, so I haven't been able to watch my favorite animes.
Yeah. Tell us what you've been busy with.
Oh yes, we didn't talk about today's sponsor, Kickstarter Game of the Year. Yet
this is a sponsor.
So go ahead, tell us about it.
Yeah, so I have a Kickstarter coming up soon. By the time this airs, it probably will be over already. But I mean, if you still want to support,
just air it early, whatever.
That too. But if you guys want to support, the game is called Mouse Cheese Cat Cucumber, and it's a hidden roll tile placement game. And basically, the four characters of the game, which are the mouse, cheese, cat, and cucumber, they each have their hidden objective that they want to complete. But everyone does not know who each other is. And you just kind of want to mess with your opponents and try to complete your objective before they can.
I love it.
And that's just
so. So this is a digital card game or what?
Oh, it's going to be physical copies. You can actually play it on an app called Sovereignty, SOVRANTI. You can play it on a computer or even download the mobile app, and you can play it for free actually on those platforms. So it's pretty nice to kind of like test it out before you decide to buy it. But the game is pretty small in size. It's like going to be about 36 cards, and it's very easy to kind of bring around with you wherever you go. So it's a very, very light game.
Any other details about the Kickstarter, the price, the tiers, anything you want to share, or you just want to have them check it out?
It's a $13 game, so it's really cheap. And it's but it is going to be the most overproduced $13 game. Because you could play as a solo mode. All the cards themselves create like a jigsaw type of puzzle where it creates a little picture of a maze. There's gonna be lots of there's a comic to it. There's gonna be some music with it as well. There's a lot of things going for this this little $13 game, but there's a lot of bang for your buck. So please come check it out. Again, if you just search up, I'm sure a simple Google search of mouse, cheese, cat, cucumber will get you to where you need. But if you need more information, you can always go to Fight in a Box, which is the publisher of this game.
Oh, excellent.
Awesome.
We'll also have links below.
Oh, yes, that would
now.
definitely help.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever Patrick decides to release the stupid podcast. For the record, what are we on? Episode 6?
We're on episode 6.
Yeah, and how many have we released to the public?
0.
Exactly. So at this point, Patrick, I think what we need to do is have each episode count as 2 episodes. Episode 1, part 1, episode 1, part 2, and then release each one as a half of an episode every other week.
Oh, you mean like our full 30 minutes will be
Episode 1, part 1, and then episode 2, part 2 is our B-side, as I've been calling it, and that will be released the alternate week. So we're doing 2 episodes every week, and we're releasing one every week, because right now we have a backlog up the butt, and we don't need it that big.
Right.
You want to cut out the sin bin?
No. The sin bin is on the opposite week. So every week we get a new show that we talk about, but every other week we were releasing it. So on that second week, instead of having nothing, we release the B-side.
Okay, I see.
So like it'll be something we have to explain at some point, but yeah.
That sounds good.
So while we got a little bit more time left, let's talk about our complaint of the week of every week, redo of Healer.
Our ongoing saga of the one show that I actually am keeping up with, except for today. But yeah, I will have to do a double next week. But
I'm sure you'll be excited.
I'm excited for this because episode 4 was not that bad.
Mm-hmm. Tell us why it wasn't that bad.
Sure.
So as we know,
wait till episode 5.
Oh no! So I began this with an 8 and got up to a 9. It's still at a 9 due to past content, future content. I don't believe it'll get any worse than episode 2. Episode 4 was really nice in comparison to all the episodes beforehand. There was no outwardly non-consensual acts occurring.
Please define.
That's way too many descriptions on the act.
A lot of qualifiers on that one. You know, when I walk to the store, I don't usually say, well, you know, there wasn't too much outwardly sexual conduct that was against my will. I usually just say I went to the store. Anyway, so yeah, what happened?
So he has acquired a slave, which he's freed, might I add. A good thing, because you know, he's not a good guy. Everyone knows that. But he does things because the people that he's getting revenge against are worse, basically. So he frees a slave, her name's Setsuna. Basically she wants to become stronger because soldiers killed her village, people in her village, and she can't get stronger. Kayaru. He changed his name to something weird, but I'm just gonna call him K.
Sex offense tune.
He offers a solution to her of how to get stronger, and while the methods might be a bit questionable, she accepts and becomes stronger. So
please explain.
What does he do? It sounds like he does something.
Yeah, he he shares his life's fluids with Setsuna.
How so? Like, are we talking an
8 life essence or a 9 life essence?
Are we talking like blood transfusion, or did she kiss each? Did they kiss? What fluids were exchanged?
You know, it kind of reminds me of
were things being moved?
What's that show we were talking about? It's also way up there on the scale.
Bible Black.
No,
Stop. Stop.
Seikirei, where the Seikirei have to kiss the guy to get their power. Uh, it's a bit like that, except she has to consume uh fluids, but she agrees, and
Okay.
then by the end of it, she is down for it. She is
So
DTF.
so wait. So she agrees to
Mhm,
consensually engage in the behavior with another consensual adult and take
mhm,
their power by agreement.
mhm, mhm. Yep.
Nothing else.
Corey, I
Yes.
don't see I don't see the problem with that. That
I'm just
sounds
double checking
fine with
that
me.
Vicky isn't, cherry picking facts here.
Okay,
No,
you're
no,
right.
no.
You're right.
There was no one else involved.
There was no coercing. There was just a choice given
Uh-huh.
and a choice made.
Because I'm pretty sure you
And
told me that there was like some gangs of individuals who were, banging around.
no, that was what happened to him when he was being
Okay.
tortured. That
And
everyone was like,
and they stole his powers. Is that what happened there?
uh, yes,
Okay.
Your Honor, what my client is trying to say is she's having a hard time describing, certain details. But
without getting too blue,
right. We don't want to go blue.
We've been blue, but all right.
We've been blue, but we don't want.
We blew up blue 3 episodes ago.
This is true.
We were dropping all of the bombs, and they started with F, and so did he.
But honestly, this is an episode that you could show to anyone. I mean,
What?
they might be like,
What?
"Why?" Yeah, you could show this to your wife.
Wife, okay. You said anyone.
Yes,
Anyone
yes.
includes children.
Obviously not children. I mean,
You
it's still
said
rated
anyone.
MA.
Okay.
But
I'm after this show, so you say anyone, and I'm like, anyone under the age of 18?
no, you could show this to anyone over the age of 16.
That's still hitting a mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay. Sounds like an 8.
Any of our viewers could watch this and not be too
Assuming our viewers of age.
of age, because we drop some F-bombs. We're not totally family friendly. Have we ever? I don't think so.
We
But,
tried. We failed, but
Yeah.
we tried.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, you get a lot of action. There's some fighting. He helps. He gets revenge in a non-assaulting way. He just straight up kills some people,
Oh, good.
and
Murder.
she does too.
I'll
Yeah.
take murder all of the time when it comes to anime.
Well, actually, it was to prevent a massacre, so
Ooh,
it was good all
protective
around.
murder. Even more
Yeah.
not terrible.
He's a hero.
Yes, he is a hero.
A redo of hero.
a redo of healer, if you will, because he introduces himself as the sword hero, and everyone, because it's soldiers masquerading as marauders, they're like, "Oh no, it's the blade hero. Why is this happening?" It's
He
because
might
he has
penetrate
the
us
power.
with his sword. Oh no. Run
Yeah.
away.
All right.
You'll get all of our experience from our.
No, we're going too far, Corey.
Don't wrestle him for too long.
Oh my god. But yeah, we don't see Blade or Bullet in this episode. I'm thinking it's in episode 5, which I haven't watched yet, but will along with 6.
We can assume things are going to be really bad for them. Pretty bad for them.
Yeah. They're not getting off easy at all.
Yeah. I expect 9s and 10s on those episodes.
Listen, nothing will be a 10 unless I'm watching straight up hentai. This is ecchi.
We have established that.
Your definition is based on whether or not there's a plot. And if there's a plot, you say it's not a 10.
The plot, it depends on the thickness of plot.
Oh Jesus.
Okay. Oh geez. Why? Okay. Now we're just pulling up words that we want to use.
Hey, he said no one's getting out easy. I'm getting off easy. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But redo of healer is thick with plot.
Jesus.
Bible Black is not.
The plot does not define hentai.
Are you? Well, never mind. just because there's a plot doesn't mean that it doesn't help.
Having or not having does not hentai make.
Hey, listen, Pirates almost got like an actual recognition as a movie. Like, I think it was shown in.
Oh my goodness, I know what you mean. I'm sad to know. I'm sad that the fact that I know what you mean.
I don't actually know, but I guess it has something to do with the number 10 of something.
Listen, I would buy you this, but I don't know how appropriate it would be.
It is not appropriate.
I'm just saying, lack of plot does not a hentai make.
I know, but the breadth of plot does change what you're watching. It can soften the blow.
I agree.
Yes. When you have plot, you watch more things. That is accurate.
Yes.
And this is not the other type of plot that anime fans refer to. It's not that kind of plot. Actual plot.
I get the idea, but I just think that if it is porn with a story, it's still porn.
But listen, this is not porn. This is not. This is.
No, yeah, I don't think it is.
I mean, I will say that to your credit, if it's not in every episode, it's a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it sounds like it's in every episode.
Even if it's in every episode, like that doesn't make it a thing that is its main focus.
Okay, well, you need to go watch Interspecies Reviewers and tell me why that's not a 10. So.
No, that's clearly a 10.
It is a 10, but I also, to give her different points to either make or not make on her.
You think I'll rate it?
I don't know.
You think it'll be lower on my scale?
I think yes, I do think your scale is way more like not submissive, relaxed. Forgiving, that's the word, yes. And while I'm more like, I will push everything up above a 7, like that. So
yep.
I'm much more like reactionary. You're more like,
it has its merit.
Cool. This is true. I would want to. Sadly, we're not saying for you to watch it, but we're saying for you to watch Interspecies Reviewers at least one episode and kind of see what you would rate that.
I will watch Interspecies Reviewers.
Honestly, just don't pick episode 1.
But Cori should also watch Pirates.
I don't know what this Pirates nonsense is, but now I'm afraid.
It's a live action 10 rated movie. Yeah.
It has a sequel and everything. Like,
okay.
If you like Pirates of the Caribbean,
which I only kind
you're gonna love this movie.
You really will.
You're gonna really love this one.
Listen, the production value in Pirates is amazing. Like,
for something that you're definitely telling me is a porn, I am finding your other statement about things that don't have plots being porn to be very questionable.
Oh no, Pirates is a porn, but I'm just saying.
It has high production value and no plot?
No, it has plot, high production value, and porn.
Okay, so why do you keep bringing up this whole thing about plot being a reason why it's not porn?
They also cut out all or edited down a lot of the blatant porn and had a theatrical release of it.
Okay.
That sounds very familiar to what this...
It sounds like the 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 12 a.m., 11 p.m. schedule for Redo of Healer, yeah.
Episode 2 was like just like a clear 30 minutes or something of just, in the middle of it, there was just a campfire, like a...
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. What's going on here?
I have never been bored.
You don't need subtitles to know what's going on.
I have never been more bored by somebody definitely doing something I can't see.
That's why you get up at 4 a.m. and watch ATX in Japan.
No.
So you get the full theatrical
release.
View.
Yeah, you get the full theatrical release.
Don't do what Paul Rubens did, kids.
Oh my goodness.
Kids, don't be listening to this either.
Okay, so don't mention. Oh, we're gonna have to edit something.
Yeah, all right. We all talk about Mr. Herman. Not in this place. Oh my god. Oh.
Everything but. Okay. But yeah, I'm just saying, if you want to just jump into it again, episode 4 is a safe place to like watch it, get some more of the plot, and hope, catch up with the story a little bit. And maybe there's these little oases every so often that are safe for people like Cori to watch,
What? Name one show where you have to find a safe place to watch it. That's not
you're either gonna watch it or not watch it.
like look, I know that there's some sexual assault. I know there's some other stuff, and I know he's a bad guy. But if you watch episode 4, and only episode 4, he just consensually convinces his slave who he freed to swap bodily fluids with him for power.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like grooming at all.
No.
I mean, it's like if you were to watch a scary movie and you cut off all the scary bits. Like, you're not watching what it's meant to do.
Oh my god.
You're either gonna watch it for what it is, and you have to deal with it,
Man.
Oh man. This is the problem where we've got Cori on one side of a spectrum and me on the other, and Patrick in the middle. He can go back and forth so easy, and honestly,
because you refuse to admit that this show is way more like risque than it. Like again, we had to get you to 9.
That is true.
We had to push you over the hill just for you to be like, it's not even a 9, and you're like, okay, maybe it's a 9 a little bit. It's gonna get better. It'll never get worse. I promise.
It won't get any worse.
No, it's gonna get worse. It is gonna get worse.
It'll get worse, but it'll still be a 9. It'll still be a 9.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let me. I'm trying to do this fairly. I'm trying to imagine what would convince me that this show is not a 10, and what would convince you that it is a 10. So for me to somehow say that this show was not a 10 from episode 1, 2, 3, and 4 moving forward, right? With everything that's happened in episode 2 and presumably 3 and whatever you just told me happened in 4, there would have to be they can sexualize all the characters they want, but there'd have to be no nudity and sex. If there was nudity, I still say it's definitely a 9 at this point, just because of all the past stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if there's nudity, there's probably going to be either sex or worse. Is that fair? Is that reasonable?
Well, 9 is by definition sexy, etchy.
That's part of where I'm trying to find the balance, because I cannot see how it wouldn't happen. I can't. It's too much of a. It's again. It's what the show's about.
Right.
You disagree that it's about that? You're like, it's a revenge show. It's a revenge show where he uses sex as revenge.
Well,
yes. No, I agree with that too, Vicky. I mean, it is a revenge show.
So what would you need it to be?
To be a 10?
Yeah, to convince you.
For the sole focus to just be sex.
How do we determine that for you?
Oh, and sex for the gratification of the viewer.
Okay, that's too subjective.
No,
that was episode 2.
No,
it was literally episode 2. But anyway,
that was not anything.
That was for the viewers.
That was not for.
Okay.
That was just revenge.
Okay, all right.
Okay, if it was just revenge, why did they?
I'm checking my stuff out, guys. Cori, I'm with you now. I'm on your side. It's now officially 2v1.
No,
I'm asking an honest question. If it's just revenge, why did they animate it, and why did they have to animate it and then edit it 2 or 3 different times for different time slots?
Because it's what's a good example? It's like rated R movies.
Yeah.
There's a fine line between rated R and PG-13, and usually it's 2 or 3 fucks. Either way you take it.
Not the way you meant to say that, but yes.
No, that is the way I meant to take it.
Okay, well, you said that in a very suggestive way. Continue, please.
No, like you can say, if you say fuck twice, that's rated R. You can get
Yeah, I
one
know what
fuck
you
per piece of it,
mean.
or
Yeah.
they can literally. But between rated R and rated like NC-17,
MA or whatever, or X or whatever it is
yeah,
now.
there's X, there's NC-17. NC-17 is usually the one that's right after R because that is just straight up porn. This is rated R. It's MA.
It's I
got
don't even think it. Somebody pull up the first episode.
You have to click when you're on Verve. You have to click this button that says you must be 18 or older or something, right? Isn't there like a warning symbol?
do you?
That's what I'm thinking. It literally says.
It says before you proceed, make sure that you are an adult before watching this show. I mean, that's what they said, not me.
Um,
And I agree with them.
I my viewing sources are Japan 4 a.m. ATX.
Right. Okay. Right. Is there no warning on that? Like,
All right, let me
before
go
you
to
watch the show?
the very first 20
Not
seconds
that I can recall.
of episode 1 real quick. Let me see what popped up. TVMA. The programming is intended only for mature audiences. That's in 3 seconds.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then we know what happens at like 13 seconds.
Yeah. But it is very much MA.
Holy
Mature
shit, I
themes.
forgot. That's definitely at least an 8 on the first 13 seconds of the show.
And that's why I said 8.
At least an 8. And we knew it was
why
going
I
to get
said
worse. And then it did. And now it's
And that's
taking
why
a
it's a
break.
9.
And then it's taking a break so it can get its horny boner back up.
There you go.
But hey, at least
Got to take a little rest in between,
what would take it to be a 10 is for it to not be shown on TV at all, or to be on streaming sites. You can still watch this, can't you? On Funimation or Verve?
I mean, you can't watch it on Funimation. No, you can't watch it. Technically, it's on High Dive, and High Dive contracts to Verve, but it's not on Crunchyroll and it's not on Funimation.
Yeah, Funimation.
Here's the thing: you can only watch the cut version,
and you can only watch the edited version.
Yes, exactly.
High Dive. That's how I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't watch the unedited version because it's porn.
No, the unedited version is the director's cut, which does not make it porn.
No, wait. You know what? You know what the problem? What the problem is that there's 2 shows of this show, or maybe 3. There's the edited version and the non-edited version for streaming sites, and then the other edited, director's cut.
The full release.
The full release is correct. You are correct.
The full release is definitely a 10.
The complete recovery.
The complete healing. The true healing is a 10.
Yes,
No,
Patrick,
it's not.
win that one.
But the ones that you see on streaming sites, the ones that are the edited ones, I would say those are 8s or 9s. I mean, but yeah, the true healing is a 10.
I don't think I'm watching 10s. It doesn't feel like a 10 when I'm watching it.
Well, not every episode's a 10.
Yeah.
Not every episode.
I will grant that not every episode's a 10, but come on, like the entire show is about revenge for sex crimes and other things via revenge with sex crimes and other things.
Yeah.
With some non-sex crime sex in there.
So far, we've only seen one revenge.
I thought he did something to Bullet or something.
I haven't seen Bullet and Blade yet. They have not shown up yet.
What happened? Do you remember what happened in episode 3? I don't know. It's been a while.
In 3, he was assaulted by Bullet and Blade.
In the past. Okay.
In the past.
That's sex crimes, but okay.
Yes. But not him perpetuating revenge as sex crimes.
Yeah, just us watching sex crimes. That's always nice.
Yes. Okay. I don't want to interrupt, but the more you guys talk about this, the more I think about it, and the more invested I am. Like I kind of want to watch it, more of it. Like I don't know why.
I think that is exactly how the marketing for this show works.
I want to watch more. I just want to know.
People so divided that they have to watch it.
Yes. No, I 100%. Because the same thing happened with Goblin Slayer.
Oh.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Like I want to know what happens.
Like I'm all about. I'm not so mad at this show that I'm like, no one should talk about it, no one should watch it, we should ban it. It should go. No, I don't think it's a show that needed to be this way. I think it could have been less this way, and then I would have been like, this show is awesome, probably, or at least this show's enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's like a more trashy version of
Shield Hero.
Shield Hero. Yeah.
He's acknowledged as a certain way, and I don't think it has to be. I don't think it's that bad.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't care. I just want, at the end of the day, to use our ecchi list and ecchi scale to perpetuate an unnecessary, unreasonable argument forever that this show is actually a hentai.
It's ecchi.
It's all super. Oh yeah, we all agree. It's at least an 8, and it really truly is a 9. But I think that my argument that is 10, because it's my argument, is better.
I don't know. I think me and the internet will side on this being a 9, and other things are worse and deserve to be 10s. There we go.
Oh, there are plenty of other things worse. I agree with that.
Maybe we'll get popular and we'll actually have people who comment and tell us our opinions, and then they'll be nice about it and not complete jerks. It'll be great. And if they aren't, we'll ignore them.
Yes, exactly. I would love to hear listener comments and opinions of a constructive nature.
Man, if only we could have listeners.
It takes a lot of time editing, guys.
I keep offering to help.
Edit this out, guys. Edit point.
Yes, editor. No, it's fine because I'll get the Twitter up and running, and we'll see. We'll do a little poll.
Yes, we'll definitely need a poll for this.
Where people believe this should be.
Yeah.
Who was right? Me or Cori?
Patrick was right.
That's the third option, just for the lulls.
Well, anyway, that's all I had to say about your very opinion. And so
I can't believe this is the episode. This is the series that I am watching all the way through. Like,
oh my goodness, that is amazing.
Like none of the others that I want to watch, like even the Spider one, Jujutsu Kaisen, even the like cute Higher Defense Club Love. Nope, it's redo of Healer.
That's why it's so good.
You gotta get your jollies some way, and if that's your way, that's your way.
My jollies are informing the listeners of how the plot evolves and how
that plot is evolving.
And you know how things end up.
Innuendo. That's how they end up.
Well, any last thoughts then about
Ranma's still great. We still don't talk about that one show. Redo of Healer is a porn. That's why there's the H word in that.
Very true.
Patrick has has a board game that you can buy in his video game because it's on your phone, and I'm going to try it later. And he needs to edit faster, or let me help him.
Patrick, your last thoughts?
All valid points. Everything he said is. I mean, I'll pick back everything that Cori said. But no, that's a pretty good summary.
And we'll have links below for the game's Kickstarter if it's still available, or Backer Kit if it's doing a after Kickstarter thing. I forgot what it's called. Campaign. There we go. Otherwise, like, it looks fun. I am looking forward to playing that game.
Yes, I honestly am like, 3 players, 3 hosts.
Oh.
It could go to 4 players, which we could play this actually.
That's a good idea. I wish I thought of it.
That would be fun. Should we record ourselves playing?
Oh, we should. We definitely should.
That would be great. But, well, as for last thoughts, that has been our episode, dear listeners.
And then, Patrick, what are we watching next week?
Next week is Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation.
The one isekai that I'm actually looking forward to.
This one does look interesting.
Yes. Thanks again for listening, listeners, even if it's singular listener. I have been your host, Vicky. This is Cori.
What's up? Rama's the best.
And this is Patrick.
Stay tuned for Redo Healer podcast.
The re-erection.
That is true. Redo of Healer.
Redo of erection. If we're gonna do a real podcast, I'm gonna call it Redo of Erection.
It'll be called Heal the Podcast.
Heal. Hashtag heal, guys. Let's make it a thing.
Hashtag heal. Let's get it going.
And then we can start talking about heal the world, heal your heart, heal your loved ones, heal your children.
My God.
No, we don't do
No.
that.
Oh, why? Why? Is it
No.
because it's a hentai and we shouldn't spread that around?
You know, Corey pointed out very well. The letter H holds a lot of power in Japan, right? And yeah, so I think they knew what they're doing there, with healing.
Redo of H.
That's not even its title in Japanese.
I know, but they were smart.
They know what they're doing. Look. What is the stereotype of Americans? Loud, horny bastards. That ugly bastard. Hentai. Redo of H. They knew what they were doing.
Oh my goodness. Well, until next time, listeners. This has been Taku Katsu.